Hello, my name is Abby DiGiovanni, and today I am going to be reflecting on my reaction on the article called Body Ritual Among the Nakarima and how it depicts American culture. So, I actually previously already read this article in a communications class last semester, and just as much as before, I feel like I got so much out of this article because, of course, first and foremost, reading it, I'm like, wow, these rituals are absurd. But after thinking about it, reading on further, I realized that the author, Horace Minor, is actually talking about everyday life in American culture. Now, the author does use some satire to describe communication patterns and events that take place in American culture. And some examples of that is teeth brushing, dental physicians, and even hair dyeing. And the way that the author describes this makes the reader feel almost sorry for the tribe. But of course, after realizing that this is just everyday American life. Now, the article was written almost 50 years ago now, and still there is a lot of the same things that still go on in today's culture in America. After reading and reflecting more on this article, I thought more about how other outside perspectives might see my own culture. So, my family is actually from Sicily, Italy, and my great grandfather immigrated here a long time ago. So, since then, we've pretty much adapted, well, my past ancestors have pretty much adapted to North American living. Now, an example that I thought of is Thanksgiving. So, back in Italy, they actually don't necessarily celebrate Thanksgiving as they do in America. They call it the La Festa del Ringraziamento, or Festival of Thanks, which refers to numerous amounts of religious holidays. So, like I said before, Thanksgiving is pretty much normal. We'll have like a turkey, mashed potatoes, everything else. But of course, there's thrown in some pasta or soups. My personal favorite is stuffed shells, which my dad makes amazing. And I was thinking about how other outside perspectives might perceive that. And my boyfriend, actually, I had him try it and he really enjoyed it. But of course, it's not traditional. Of course, there is still the turkey, but having that on the side is a bit odd. This communication ritual and event of eating something as simple as pasta instead of the traditional other Thanksgiving things on Thanksgiving is a great example of U.S. cultural worldviews and values because it's bringing together different foods, ideas, people, all coming together as one. And I feel like America is the perfect definition of including everybody from different ethnicities, races, cultures coming together to share with the world their unique cultural values. The Great American tradition we like to call Thanksgiving was created by the Pilgrims to demonstrate a bountiful harvest in the New World. Now, this holiday in itself has changed dramatically over the course of many years. But to be specific, in Italy, my culture, we call it La Festa del Ringraziamento, like I previously mentioned. And this, of course, means the holidays held throughout the year for patron saints. Now, besides the food, the location, one thing always stays the same, which is the celebration of family. Now, of course, from North America, the Italians who do honor Thanksgiving holiday, they pretty much adapted to the typical turkey and mashed potatoes, the typical Thanksgiving things. But of course, Italians like to include special Italian recipes to accompany the different Thanksgiving dinner food items. And like most people, in my family specifically, we watch the Macy's annual Thanksgiving parade, Charlie Brown Thanksgiving, and my family specifically, we like to watch the Detroit Lions lose every year. But, of course, my dad has also told me that before I was born, it was even more of a feast. And they actually had a lot of different seafood items. And that doesn't happen for me at my Thanksgivings, but I would have loved to see and ate whatever food that they were having. This Thanksgiving ritual, at least in my family, hasn't changed that much. But My great-grandfather, who's come from Italy, has changed quite a bit and has adapted to the North American culture. And I can't speak for every Italian, and perhaps some other people have quite different food options than what I do. But that's just what my family's done specifically. The changes that have happened to the Italian Thanksgiving, I think, have been beneficial to the American culture, because bringing other cultures in from various different places around the world coming to America to not only celebrate with your own family, but also spread the joy and the differences among other cultures brings everyone together to be united in America. This is what intercultural communications is all about, and I couldn't be more happier to be a part of something like that. And an example that I found from the history courses online called study.com, they gave an amazing quote that I think fits this perfectly. It says, "The contributions of diverse cultures on American identity involve not only such things as the food we enjoy and the celebrations we follow, but our language, our economic vitality, and how we view the world and those around us." Bringing other people together, sharing their different foods, languages, and past stories is what keeps society going, what keeps people happier, and to spread not only what we believe, but to hear about what other people believe as well, to bring everyone together. Thank you so much.